Right now, as we speak, there are thousands of Russian tourists in Sri Lanka, and that's helping our tourism industry. And 3,000 right now. He has the numbers also. To date, there are 3,000. So I was trying to encourage His Excellency to try and promote more and more tourists from Russia to come to Sri Lanka. But as he quite rightly said, the tourist promotion aspect has to be done by yourselves and also by the Sri Lankan authorities. However, the fact that there is no travel advisory at this critical juncture is also a very big favor that Russia is doing to Sri Lanka. And Your Excellency, we appreciate it. We are grateful, we are thankful, and I would like to use this opportunity, not for any other purpose, but to bring the Russian tourist stakeholders in Sri Lanka and His Excellency the Ambassador, Russia's representative in Sri Lanka, much more closer together so that there is a constructive, productive and progressive dialogue so that this relationship that you establish right now will enable you all to achieve greater heights in terms of value addition through Russian tourism in Sri Lanka. If I may take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to explain a bit about Sri Lanka's beauty, our beaches, the natural environment, the wilderness, especially the wildlife. In fact, I will take you around some of the major national parks of Sri Lanka. Yala National Park, Vilpattu National Park, Kumana National Park, and I've also explained to His Excellency that I'm in the process of reading for my Masters in Environmental Science, which involves doing a field study. And that field study involves a study that I'm doing of the Sri Lankan leopard, Panthera pardus cotia, as it is known, the scientific name. And I'm doing so in 3 of the major national parks, Yala, Vilpattu and Kumana. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite Your Excellency to join me in one of these excursions, and you will be able to physically experience the beauty, the joy, the unique environmental resources, wildlife resources that we have. And already I think thousands and thousands of Russian tourists, they throng these national parks. When I'm in these national parks doing my study, I see predominantly Russian tourists, large numbers of tourists coming to the national parks. And of course, I have a bias in favor of national parks. We cannot forget the cultural heritage, the beaches, the various excursions, scuba diving, so on and so forth, which Sri Lanka provides to tourists. And let me take this opportunity to introduce to you the major tour operators and the major stakeholders who bring Russian tourists to Sri Lanka, and try to establish a cordial relationship between the two parties, so that in times of comfort we can thrive and we can expand, but also in times of maybe in times of certain disputes or certain crises, we can speak, discuss, exchange ideas, and come to an accommodation so that none of the interests of the two countries, the mutual interests, Russia's interests and Sri Lanka's interests are not compromised. And just a simple message, we welcome more and more Russian tourists on our shores, and we value the time that you have given us to introduce the stakeholders to yourself. So just quickly introduce how you are involved in it.
I would like to say that welcome all of you for this meeting, and also to inform you that Sri Lanka is well known to Russian tourists, to Russian people in general, and Russian tourists will always come to Sri Lanka, and I hope that they will continue to come here. And as I understand, they were coming by different routes, by different airlines. But of course, the Aeroflot big. By Aeroflot, a lot of tourists were coming, but I think that before Aeroflot was flying to Sri Lanka, also they were coming by other big airlines. But the problem is only that not the problem, but the promotion is which should be done by private companies, by Sri Lanka tourism board, by others. That's the way to attract tourists. And also we will of course invite tourist company representatives to different Russian tourists. So it's called a tourist exhibition, but it is like a conference, tourism conference, where many countries introduce their countries and they are making promotions, establishing contacts with Russian tourist agents, and so on and so forth. I think you have a lot of contact with Russian tourist agents, I'm sure. And then we just still shall continue to work in this direction, arranging the inflow of the tourists, making this their states feel comfortable as usual. But we can help you as much as we can as far as the information about these events in Russia is concerned. And any requests you can ask us, apply to us, and what is within our capabilities we will consider to forward. 60,000.
In Maldives? Really? So then if there is 60,000 elsewhere, and with all the beauty and splendor and nature and wilderness, if we have only 3,000, there's so much potential.
Not at a time.
I know, yeah.
No, not at a
But
time.
still, I think even at a time it must be, we must be behind, yeah. So what I'll do is, because His Excellency is also stuck for time with another engagement, I'm very grateful that he decided to have a meeting with you all. Just very quickly, if you need any clarifications, you can address His Excellency.
Aeroflot and Sri Lankan direct flights. When you have direct flights,
I have nothing to do with it. It's good to make Aeroflot fly here, make arrangements with your government, but it's unofficial. So then there will be no claims against our planes.
So that issue, I think, will get resolved gradually.
No, that's I can do nothing.
No, but I think the point that he's making is
But it's
how
all
direct
connected.
flights. Yeah. And that was very convenient, right?
Very thankful for being here and conversation with us. And thank you for organizing this. I think Russia is that's one of the main market segment for us.
But I think still the Russian tourists will continue coming.
Yeah, sure, that's very
I
thankful.
have such understanding because they know the beauty of your country, they know the beaches and everything. So, despite all the troubles, they will
That's great.
to come.
It's great to hear.
But now you know that you don't take the variation of history, it's all season. Now,
Yeah,
it's-
Yeah.
they are starting to come starting from September, October.
Yes.
in Europe.
Have universal appeal, rather than focusing on particular geographical regions, because sometimes those particular geographical regions may have their own upheavals, be it military, be it security, be it economic, be it social. For a variety of reasons, you may have unrest. So, if that means if we are not diversified enough, then that would stem trouble. So it's good to have a very expanded market and also a mix. Tourism is integral to Sri Lanka's development and integral to our achieving higher levels as far as foreign reserves are concerned. And basically we have a very close relationship. We work close. I have a good dialogue with him, and I use that to market our country and to encourage more tourists to come in. And as far as the Aeroflot issue is concerned, the direct flights are concerned, it has come to a standstill. I know that, but I will do my very best to initiate those direct flights. I will have further discussions with the ambassador, and we will facilitate it so that we see more tourists, more Russian tourists coming to Sri Lanka.
From that area, people, because most of the marketing activities are done by Sri Lankan originated, so they don't understand the values and the ways of looking at proper market aspect.
That was in charge of total destination marketing and sales and promotional communications and PR. So everything lasts about 5, 6, 10 years was very expensive. Having money also very funny. We have had a destination marketing campaign for about 11 years. Having money. And we have money last about 10 years. We must have collected an average about 25 to 30 billion to tourist board fee. So out of which 70% getting allocated for promotions view is also 100 from tourism. So right now whatever we are getting the tourists, I would say about 75% tourists recognize they inbound operators do about maybe 70 to 75% research by so it's research by Sangha. So that's it. And they also they spend their own money collectively about 1.5 billion rupees in the overseas market. They own money for promoting the destinations.